House Republicans grilling FBI Director James Comey about his decision not to recommend charges against Hillary Clinton. Hello, everybody. I'm Cheryl Casoni. I'm in for Trish Regan today, and welcome to the Intelligence Report. On Tuesday, Comey outlined a laundry list of what sounded like crimes by the former Secretary of State in her handling of classified emails. He then took a right turn and let her off the hook, calling her careless but not criminal. Today, Comey was forced to explain the difference.
I see evidence of great carelessness, but I do not see evidence that is sufficient to establish that Secretary Clinton or those with whom she was corresponding both talked about classified information on email and knew when they did it, they were doing something that was against the law. No reasonable prosecutor would bring the second case in 100 years focused on gross negligence.
Well, we're going to look at the political implications in a moment, but first, the legal ones with prosecuting attorney Brian Claypool. Brian, your initial thoughts on the testimony today as an attorney?
Well, Cheryl, I have 4 questions for FBI Director Comey. First of all, why did he not consider charging Hillary Clinton with gross negligence? Last time I checked, extremely careless is tantamount to grossly negligence. That's the first crime that wasn't considered. The second crime is perjury. She lied twice. The third crime is obstruction of justice. And the fourth crime I just researched is tampering with evidence. 30,000 emails were destroyed. I'm a lawyer, and I will tell you, Cheryl, that lawyers make recommendations to clients, but clients make the ultimate decision on making it on whether these emails were to be destroyed or not.
You know, Brian, I want to get your thoughts on a line of questioning from Congressman Trey Gowdy today. And it looked like the strategy of House Republicans to start to focus on whether or not she lied to them. And listen to what Congressman Gowdy had to say during the hearing. I want to get your reaction on the other side.
Secretary Clinton said she never sent or received any classified information over her private email. Was that true?
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
So it was not true.
Right. That's what I said.
Secretary Clinton said there was nothing marked classified on her emails, either sent or received. Was that true?
That's not true. There were a small number of portion markings on, I think, 3 of the documents.
Secretary Clinton said, I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
So, Brian, you see where they're going with this. Did she lie to Congress? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, come on, Cheryl. He just admitted. I mean, she clearly misled the investigators during this investigation. And I have another question for you and him and Comey. Why do they wait until the end of the investigation to question the person, Hillary Clinton, who's at the heart of the investigation? What if she had information that needed to be followed up on? It almost seemed, Cheryl, like this was a symbolic interview. And Director Comey didn't even seem to be involved in what kind of questions were supposed to be posed to Hillary Clinton. He was asked, for example, do you know if your investigator asked Hillary Clinton why she said on one hand she didn't receive or send classified emails, and then we found out that she did? How did she explain that? How did she reconcile that? He didn't even know whether that question was asked.
Right, Brian, real quick, last question. I don't have a lot of time with you, but I do want to ask you about this. It seems to me that they could, if Congress wants to pursue this, they could take the information from the FBI investigation and use it maybe potentially towards her work with the Clinton Foundation. There's that's a separate investigation that's still ongoing. Is that legally possible? Can that be admissible to the investigation into the Clinton Foundation?
Well, I would argue that all the evidence generated during this purported transparent investigation would be admissible in the investigation with her foundation. Absolutely. This is discoverable information, and they decided that she's not going to be prosecuted. So that makes the information now available for this subsequent investigation on the foundation. One last point, Cheryl. I have another question for Loretta Lynch. Why didn't she, as our U.S. Attorney General, take the time to at least review the plethora of information that was generated during this investigation before she came right out and said, well, I'm not going to prosecute? I mean, the FBI is not the prosecutor. The U.S. Attorney is. Mm-hmm.
Well, Brian, there's a lot of questions now, and I think it's going to continue. Brian, thank you very much for your legal analysis on all of this. Now we're going to